Stop dreaming. Start demanding more from yourself. Because the life you want isn't hiding in a vision board. It's buried under years of excuses, hesitation, and watered down ambition. It's not waiting for the right time. It's waiting for the right version of you to finally show up. Let us be honest, you already know what you want. You've seen it in the quiet moments when no one's watching. You've imagined it while staring at your ceiling in the dark, heart racing, soul whispering, there's more than this. And yet morning comes, and you shrink. You step back into the routine that's slowly erasing your greatness. You trade your vision for comfort. You downgrade your purpose to fit your current reality. But here's the truth, you weren't built to dream. You were built to do. Every empire ever built started with a man or woman who demanded more. Not from the world but from themselves. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times trying to invent the light bulb. He didn't just dream of light, he demanded it. From his hands, his heart, his soul. And when the world gave him nothing but darkness, he gave the world illumination. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Told he had no good ideas. Fired. Rejected. Bankrupt. He didn't complain. He went back to the drawing board literally and demanded better. Now, millions live in the dreams he forced into reality. You see, dreams are fragile when left alone. But when you demand them into the world, through your sweat, your discipline, your repetition, they stop being dreams and start becoming evidence. You don't need motivation. You need a standard. A fire in your gut that says, I will not tolerate mediocrity in myself ever again. Not one more lazy morning. Not one more skipped workout. Not one more week of pretending you don't care. Not one more year lost in fear. You don't get what you wish for in life. You get what you are willing to fight for. What you are willing to suffer for. What you are willing to earn through the relentless demands you place on yourself. Because no one is coming to save you. Not the government. Not your boss. Not your family. Not your God. If you want to first move your own feet. Understand this, the world bends to those who bend themselves. Those who command their mind. Who master their mornings. Who own their time like a king owns his crown. And if you want to become that kind of person, then stop dreaming entirely. Because anything less is theft. You are stealing time, potential, and energy from the future you, the one that could have been legendary, if only you had the courage to demand more. The comfort you cling to is the coffin for your calling. It whispers lies like take it easy. Do it later. You're tired. You've earned a break. No. You've earned a chance. A chance to become dangerous to your doubts. A chance to rise with fire in your chest and precision in your steps. If your future self could talk to you right now, they would scream, stop dreaming. Start building. Start sharpening. Start becoming. Because belief is nothing without execution. And execution is impossible without demand. You must raise the bar not once, but daily. You must walk into your fears like their fuel. You must train your mind to obey the mission, not the mood. This isn't about hype. This is about war, the war between who you are and who you were born to be. And in that war, discipline is your weapon. Faith is your shield. And vision is your compass. But none of it matters if you don't wake up and demand more. From your thoughts, your habits, your circle, your effort, your very soul. Because the dream without the demand is a lie. You weren't born to be soft. You weren't built to blend in, to shrink, to settle. You were designed with a mind capable of rewiring the world. But only if you learn to rewire yourself first. Look around. Every great man or woman who ever lived, they weren't handed greatness. They forged it. In silence. In darkness. In isolation. Long before the world noticed them, they were already becoming unstoppable behind closed doors. Abraham Lincoln battled depression so deep, he was afraid to carry a pocket knife. Yet he became the man who held a broken nation together with nothing but his spine and his vision. Not because he had no pain, but because he demanded that his pain be used, not wasted. And that's your test. You can either collapse under the weight of your struggles, or build strength beneath it. Don't just dream of becoming stronger. Wake up and demand it from the version of you that refuses to quit. Demand discipline when your body begs for rest. Demand clarity when your mind is fogged with doubt. Demand results, not reasons. You want greatness, then pay the price. Because greatness never goes on sale. It only responds to those who are willing to bleed for it daily. The reason you feel stuck is because you've accepted the idea that trying is enough. But let me remind you. Trying isn't commitment. Trying isn't transformation. Trying is a lie we tell ourselves to feel better about not doing what must be done. Do or do not. Win or be forgotten. Move or be moved. That's the language life speaks, and it only listens to the bold. You must live like your future depends on your next decision, because it does. Not tomorrow. Now. Do you understand the weight of that every small act of laziness is an insult to your potential? That every skipped opportunity is a brick removed from your own foundation? That every day you coast, someone else is training harder, thinking clearer, building faster? Success doesn't belong to the smartest. It belongs to the most obsessed. The most consistent, the ones who refuse to be average ever again. You have to look in the mirror and say, no more. No more procrastination disguised as planning. No more distraction dressed up as research. No more half-built goals, half-read books, half-lived lives. Demand more. Demand follow-through. Demand excellence in the small things. Because how you do the small things is exactly how you'll do everything. Raise your energy. Sharpen your routine. Guard your mind like it holds treasure, because it does. And stop apologizing for wanting more. Stop watering yourself down to keep others comfortable. You don't owe anyone your mediocrity. You owe yourself your mastery. You were not meant to exist, you were meant to expand. To stretch your soul until it shatters your current identity. To upgrade your story from survival to significance. But that transformation only begins when you get brutally honest. Are you putting in the work your dream demands? Are you training like the life you want is on the line? Are you thinking, acting, moving, speaking like the person you claim you want to be? Because if not, then stop lying to yourself. Stop calling it a goal if you're not willing to restructure your entire life around it. Stop calling it a vision if you don't have a deadline. Stop calling it God's plan if you're not putting in God-level effort. This is your wake-up call. You are not falling behind. You are falling asleep at the wheel. And unless you snap out of it, you will crash into regret. Your dream isn't dead. It's dormant. And you are the only one who can breathe life back into it. So ask yourself right now, this second, what would happen if I started demanding more from myself? What if I set standards so high that they scared my current self, but excited my future? What if every decision you made from this moment on was judged by one question? Does this build the man or woman I was born to become? If the answer is no, cut it. If it doesn't sharpen you, it's dulling you. If it doesn't grow you, it's shrinking you. And you cannot afford to shrink anymore. Here's a powerful call to action, CTA perfectly aligned with your cinematic Napoleon Hill style video. If this message lit a fire inside you, don't let it fade. Subscribe not just to this channel, but to a new standard for your life. Drop a comment below, I demand more from myself. So the world knows you're done playing small. And share this with someone who needs to wake up. This isn't just motivation. It's a movement. And it starts with you. Fire, I demand more from myself. Fire. Subscribe for more soul-shaking truths. New videos daily. Turn on notifications bell.